Good evening. Good evening. And thank you for joining us tonight for some fighting fantasy. We are the boys from the Baltic Star, or more accurately, we are two-thirds of the boys from the Baltic Star. We have no Luke this evening. Um, so, Ewan, how are you doing this evening?
Hello, I'm doing very well, thanks. Very well. Hopefully you are too.
Yes, not too bad, not too bad. Busy day,
Brilliant.
but everything has sorted itself out at the last moment. So yes, all good to go. Um, Right. For those of us who are new to this, and there aren't any, I think, who are new to this, we are playing Trial of Champions tonight. This is a fighting fantasy game book from all the way back in the 1980s. It's not by any means one of the very early ones. It's number 21 in the list. And it was, I think I'm right in saying, the second visit to the infamous Death Trap dungeon. Um, because there were a whole series of sort of linked adventures, weren't there? And I think Trial of Champions was either back to Death Trap Dungeon or it was the rival to it or something. I can't remember. Anyway, uh,
Yeah.
we have historically done very poorly at this one, so there's no time like the present to completely fail again. Um, I feel optimistic.
That feels as though it's in conflict with what you were just saying, but me too. I agree. Definitely. It's gonna be triumphant.
It is going to be triumphant. Okay, so first things first, before we can start the Trial of Champions, we need to roll up our stats. So,
Mm.
um, we've been through this so many times before. We need to roll for skill, stamina, and luck. Skill is 1d6 plus 6. So let's hope for the best. That's a
Ooh.
3. Could be worse.
I did in fact get a 6.
Oh, very good.
So, I'm happy with that.
Yes, this is the one where if you we chose tactics and got executed for cowardice. It is, I
Mm.
think, the only time we've ever died of cowardice in these games, though we've often died of stupid. So,
Uh, yes. Yeah. It's a fine line between the two, I think.
um, so stamina is 2d6 plus 12. Okay, that's a 7. That's completely average.
I rolled another 6
Okay, yeah,
in total.
yeah, yeah. So 7 plus 12 is 19. That could be worse.
It could be.
And finally, luck is 1d6 plus 6, and that's another 9.
That's a nice, pleasant 2.
So I have a very mediocre, slightly under average roll set. And now comes the bad news.
Oh, every time I forget.
Because, as befits our attempt at the Winter Olympics, given that we're representing Britain, we're going to come fourth. And that means we need to lose 4 points, I'm afraid. And I can't spare any skill, and I don't want to spare any luck, so it's all going to have to come off stamina. And this is an adventure in which there's no provisions and no potions and nothing, but that's the only choice I've got.
Hmm.
So 9, 15, 9. Not great stats.
I am going to take 2 off my luck because it's pretty bad anyway. So,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take 1 off my stamina and 1 off my skill. 11, 11, 6. Not sure if that's a good move. It's probably not, but we'll see how it plays out.
11, 11, 6. Well, at least you've got good skill.
Mm, yes, yeah. I do like. I don't like to knock down such a good roll too
Mm.
much. I know I probably should.
So, it is another fiercely hot day, and the temperature in the sticky gloom below decks is unbearable. The air is thick with the acrid smell of sweating bodies. Nobody is allowed to speak, and the only noise to be heard above the monotonous creaking of the ship is the regular sharp crack of a whip and the agonized cry which follows it. "Row harder, you dogs!" shouts the one-eyed overseer as he cracks the whip once again. "Enjoy this pleasant voyage while you can, because you'll wish you were back on board after a day or two where you're going." Chained to a bench and straining hard at the long oar which you pull with two other galley slaves, your mind drifts back to that unfortunate day 1 week ago when you were captured. You'd left Port Blacksand in a small boat to sail south down the coast to Oyster Bay. As ill luck would have it, a galley appeared on the horizon, heading in your direction. It drew steadily closer, and it was not long before your boat was crushed under its bows, and you were forced to dive into the sea. There was nothing you could do except climb up a rope that was thrown down to you, as your boat had become no more than a few pieces of broken wood floating aimlessly on the sea. It was useless to struggle, as a crew of 20 hardened cutthroats surrounded you. A gruff voice from behind them ordered them to part, and an ugly, scarred man appeared, grinning and spitting juice from chewing tobacco onto the deck. His teeth were chipped and blackened, and a loud stench wafted in the breeze from his unwashed clothes. "Captain Bartella always delivers the goods. You'll make up for the one who died from the flogging yesterday. Saves me having to kidnap a landlubber. Must be my lucky day. But I wouldn't say it was yours." The captain let out a laugh which was like a long wheezing exhalation, and then barked out an order to his mate. "Take the rat below to meet the rest of the vermin." Since that cursed day, you have been chained to your oar, rowing to the point of collapse towards an unknown destination. Suddenly you hear a shout of "Land ahoy!" and begin to wonder what evil awaits you. An hour later you feel the ship bump against a jetty, and there is much shouting until the ship is finally moored. You're dragged from the ship with the other slaves, and see, in the glaring sunlight, that you're on a small island. A sombre-looking castle sits on top of the island, and next to it there is a semi-ruined amphitheatre. A man wearing black chainmail armour hands Captain Bartella a bag of coins. Satisfied with his payment, the wheezing captain orders his men back to the ship, and you watch them set sail. The man in black armour steps forward, saying, "You are now the property of Lord Carnus. It is your honour to die for his pleasure in the arena of death here on Blood Island. Only one of you will survive, and he or she will represent Lord Carnus in Fang for the next trial of champions. Baron Succumbit has modified his deadly labyrinth, and he is now offering 20,000 gold pieces to anybody who gets through it. Of course, Lord Carnus will keep the prize if you get through, but you will be spared your life. Baron Succumbit's reputation suffered greatly last year, when somebody succeeded in getting through the labyrinth, but he now boasts that nobody can survive his new dungeon. Lord Carnus would like one of you to make Succumbit eat his words. You must understand that he hates his brother's fame. Now, follow me." You're led up the hill to the castle, where you're locked in a cell in the depths of the lower chambers. Sharing the dark cell with you are 4 others: a stout dwarf, a man-orc, a sinewy Easterner, and a bald, muscle-bound man. The mood is grim, and few words are spoken as each of you ponders the impending combat. 42 slaves arrived by ship, and only one will survive. The dubious reward is entry to a deadly dungeon. At dawn the following day, you are woken by the sound of heavy footsteps approaching down the corridor. A key turns in the lock of the cell door, and 2 guards wearing black chainmail enter, carrying trays of food. "Eat well," says one of them, "as you will need all your strength to survive the day. By the end of it, you may all be dead." The guard then turns to you and offers you some bread and a bowl of soup. "Would you like to take the food try to overcome the guard and make an escape.
I want to say I don't think we've tried to overcome the guard, but it feels early for congratulations, you win. Well done.
Yeah, it does. I mean, this is paragraph 1. And, if it said, for example, would you like to try and overcome the guard and make an escape, turn to 400, I would think, that's great.
Oh, maybe.
Unfortunately, it's turned to 292, which bodes less well. I mean, we don't have any stamina that needs to be made up yet, but I can't remember what happens here. It's possible that we lose some if we try to overcome him, or I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah. I can't remember either, to be honest. But I'm leaning towards taking the food. But I'm open to suggestions, Ben.
I think taking the
If you've got
food
a
seems
cunning plan.
reasonable. I mean,
okay.
At least if he wants his champion to be capable of having a chance in the real dungeon, he's not going to starve us to death in the fake one, is he?
That's true.
So
that makes sense.
Let's try some food. I mean, we haven't we haven't exactly covered ourselves in glory in this adventure, but let's try for some food. We will turn to 49. The soup is thick with chicken and vegetables and tastes delicious. You devour it greedily and mop up the last drops with the bread. You've not eaten well for a fortnight, now feel fit and ready for the coming ordeal. When you've all finished eating, you're led away to begin your first day in the arena of death. Turn to 22. Why do they have to call it the arena of death? Why can't it be like the Northern Arena or the the Elm Tree Arena?
Yeah. I mean, even just the post soup and bread arena would work.
Yes.
I'd be happy with that.
Arena of Death seems, a bit depressing.
Quite final.
Yeah, I mean, at least the real battle we get towards the end of this, with any luck, is called the Trial of Champions. That feels upbeat.
Yes, it does indeed. At least more fitting for two people who have never completed the book.
You are in the middle of the procession of 42 slaves. How can you be in the middle of a procession of 42? I mean, to be fair, the writer didn't know this, but there are 2 of us, so we could literally be in the middle. But
that is true.
Yeah.
Maybe they did know.
Yes. Which winds its way along various corridors until you reach the amphitheatre. The sun is already beating down, making the sand in the arena uncomfortable. Hot for your bare feet. Seated high on the stands is a dark hooded figure surrounded by guards. You watch him rise to his feet and lift his arms into the air, commanding silence. You know why you are here, Lord Carnus begins. It is my wish to be represented in the Trial of Champions. Some of you will die today, some tomorrow, and more the following day, until only one of you is left. Those about to die, I salute you. Lord Carnus sits down again and nods his head to signal the start of the proceedings. The slaves are split into 7 groups of 6, and you find yourself in a group accompanied by an elf, 2 Northmen, a dwarf, and an ogre. Your group is chosen first, and you're told that the first event is a race to test strength and stamina. A crude sack containing several heavy rocks is strapped to your backs. You watch as burning coals are brought into the arena and poured into over a section of makeshift racetrack. The 6 of you are then lined up at the start, each carrying your burden. and you're told to race around the track until one of you is lapsed or collapses. Then you're off. And you all jostle for position on the way, jumping the first pile of burning coals. Would you like to set the pace or stay at the back? Those are the only choices. Set the pace or stay at the back. That's it.
Stay at the back.
Um, what do you think?
I think that is correct. I think we did do quite well last time, staying at the back.
I mean, I like the fact that we're not attracting attention. As long as we don't stay so far back, we get lapped, because that sounds bad.
Yes, it does. It does indeed. It does indeed.
There is a genuine benefit to having all of the opponents in sight and seeing what they're doing. So, yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's stay at the back. We will turn to 107. One of the Northmen takes the lead, setting a fast pace. Round and round the arena you run, gritting your teeth harder each time you jump over the burning coals. After 20 minutes, nobody has been left behind, and the Northman increases his stride. Throw 2 dice, adding 3 to the total if you were flogged by the guards. If the total is the same as or less than your skill score, turn to 360. If the total is higher, turn to 250. Okay. So the very good news, obviously, is that we didn't get flogged by the guards.
Yeah.
So, only one of us can make this test. Would you like to be odds or evens, Ewan?
Oh, I will stick with the tried and tested odds, if I may, Ben. Unless you particularly.
I'm happy either way. It's a 4. Now, disastrously, that means it's my go. With my skill of 9, I have to roll the same as or less than skill score. I assume less is good here, I'm guessing. Anyway. An 8. An 8 is less than skill score, only just. So we turn to 360. The Northman increases his lead over the rest of you, but you feel you still have a lot in reserve should he come close to lapping the pack. When he gets within 10 metres of catching up, everybody decides to sprint. There are only 2 runners ahead of you, but you do not look back. Suddenly there's an agonised cry, followed by a shout, which calls an end to the race. The dwarf lies prostrate in the sand, having collapsed just as the Northman caught up with him. While you are led back to your cells, the dwarf is quickly put to death before the start of the next race. You see, if the Olympics was like that, I think the viewing figures would go up.
No, quite possibly.
136. When all the races are finished and the survivors are back in their cells, you discover that the bald man does not return. Now there are only 3 others left in your cell. Although exhausted, you find it difficult to fall asleep. Your mind is occupied with what challenge the next day will bring. In the morning you're fed, and then one by one the slaves are led away to the arena. Eventually your turn comes, and when you reach the door to the arena, you're told to choose weapons: broadsword and shield, or trident and net. Make your choice, and then turn to 275. Sword and shield or trident and net?
I'm a big fan of the classics.
You fancy being a reticularius with a trident and a net, or you fancy
a trident and a net is a good way to go.
I mean, it's a tradition, isn't it? A bit. It's proper gladiator stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Which feels fitting for the
All
arena
right.
of death.
Let's try a trident and net. I mean, that may be a terrible choice, but the worst that happens is, yeah, I, I think the worst that happens is we die here. But let's go with trident and net. We will take that choice and turn to 275.
Cool.
A guard opens the door to the arena, and you step out to the hot sand, which is now stained red with the blood of fallen combatants. Suddenly, another door in the arena wall opens, and out steps the dreaded Bone Crusher beast. I remember the name. Its tough, leathery skin glistening in the sun. Its ugly head is small and houses two narrow, near blind eyes, a flat nose and tendrils hanging over its taut mouth. Its torso, however, is massive, and its long arms are dauntingly powerful. If you want to fight it with a broadsword and shield, turn to 56. If you want to fight it with a trident and net, turn to 175. 175 it is. You allow yourself a faint smile, as you've chosen a good weapon with which to fight your adversary. Edged weapons cause little damage to the iron-like hide of a bone crusher. There is only one way to slay a bone crusher, and that is to make it fall to the ground, whereupon its delicate balance will be totally destroyed, and it will be impossible for the bone crusher to get to its feet again. You move forward cautiously to snare it with your weighted net. Roll one die. If the number rolled is 1 to 3, turn to 31. If it's a 4 to 6, turn to 189. Your turn.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. That's a 5. I don't know which
It doesn't say which is good,
deemed
to be
better.
honest, but a 4 to a 6
We'll,
is 189.
we'll have to wait and see.
Hmm. Your throw is on target and lands on top of the near-sighted bone crusher. As it thrashes around, it becomes more and more entangled and lets out an enraged howl. Before it can break free, you tug hard and pull the beast to the ground. The bone crusher lies helpless and defeated. Panting with relief, you're taken back to your cell. Turn to 113. This is going disturbingly well.
Don't speak too soon, Ben.
Yes. Good
There's a
point.
long way to fail yet.
By the end of the day, only one other person returns to your cell. It's the mean-looking Easterner, a man who looks as though he would murder you for 2 copper pieces. As the light quickly fades, a guard shouts out an unexpected command. There are now 2 of you left in each cell. I only want one to come out in the morning for tomorrow's combat. Sleep well. The guard bursts out laughing at his joke, and even before he's finished, the Easterner dives at you, brandishing a long, sharp pin which was concealed in his headband.
Oh,
Unarmed, you must fight to the death. Okay, so here we go. His skill is 10, his stamina is 8. And because we've hobbled ourselves, we can both go at him. So, you ready?
I am indeed.
Okay. I have rolled a mighty 7 plus 9 is 16.
I too have rolled a 7 for an 18.
18, excellent. And he has rolled a 12 for 22.
Sounds about right.
Yep. And he's gone after me. So, that has knocked me down. Right. Next round. I have a 4 for 13.
No, I too have a 4. The doubles rule doesn't count in this one, does it?
Afraid not.
15 for me then.
And he has a 10 for 20. Oh, God. He's hit me again. Okay. Going brilliantly. Okay, seconds away, round 3. Oh, I've rolled an 11 this time. That's a total of 20.
Yeah, I'm changing up the dice. I got a 10 for 21.
Fantastic. And he has rolled a 4 for a total of 14. That has halved his stamina. Oh.
Same again as we did.
I've rolled an 8, total of 17.
Not a double 2, a double 1 this time for a total of 13, please, Ben.
And he has rolled a 9 for a total of 19. And he has gone for me.
Oh.
Okay. I'm now down to single figures in stamina.
Oh,
Okay.
that is not good.
This is not good.
Blue dice again.
Okay.
Okay. That's
I've
better.
rolled a 5 for a total of 14.
Mine is an 11 for 22.
And he has rolled an 8 for a total of 18. So he's lost 2. That takes him down to 2 left. But he may have also injured me. He hasn't, though. He went for you. So that's good. He's down to 2 stamina.
Cool.
And I have rolled a mighty 3 for a total of 12.
Back to the decidedly average 7 for an 18, please.
Okay. He has rolled a 6 for a 16. So once again, he's done. He is dead. But he went for you again. We got lucky there.
That is good.
So he is done. And I am down to 9 stamina.
Ugh.
Now, ironically, that means all of my stats are now 9. 9 skill,
Maybe
9 stamina, 9 luck.
That must be lucky.
Well, I mean, you say that. But somehow I feel that's the exact opposite of lucky. It does, however, say, if you win, turn to 237. And we have won.
237 it is.
237. You slump back against the cell wall after the fierce fight with the Easterner and fall asleep from exhaustion. When all the survivors are assembled in the arena in the morning, there are only 12 of you left. The first test of the day involves a deadly machine. You will need lightning reactions and steel nerves to survive it. It is made of a pole fixed to a heavy base. 2 sharp blades stick out from either side of the pole, one at head height and one at ankle height. One of the slaves is made to stand by the pole, which is promptly spun around by one of the guards. The slave alternately has to duck under one blade and jump over the other to avoid being badly cut. Your turn comes last, and there are 9 survivors so far, the 2 others having had their throats cut. You stand by the pole, adrenaline pumping through your veins. The guard spins the pole, and you start to jump and duck. Roll 2 dice. If the total is the same or less than your skill score, turn to yada yada yada. I think it's my turn, isn't it?
Believe it is.
Okay.
I believe it is.
Now, thankfully, it's not my stamina that's under attack here. It's my skill, which is still a 9. So it's possible that this could go well.
Yeah, that is good news.
That is it's a total of 5.
Oh.
So if under is what we're after, I'm not entirely sure it is, but if it's what we're after, then we're good. If a total is the same or less, turn to 94. You get into a steady rhythm of ducking and jumping, and slowly the pole spins to a halt. You survived another ordeal. The next test begins immediately. You and the rest are split into 2 groups of 5. You watch the first group of a dwarf, a man-orc, a woman warrior, a barbarian, and a dark-skinned southerner stand silently as a spiked ball and chain is lashed to each of their sword arms, and a small shield is lashed to their other hand. They're then blindfolded and ordered to commence battle against one another until there is only one left standing. It's a sickening spectacle to watch, as the fighters tread warily around the arena, swinging their balls and chains. The dwarf falls first, quickly followed by the warrior woman. In the end, the southerner stands triumphant and his blindfold is removed. He's led away, and then each member of your group is armed the same way. You can feel your heart pounding in your chest as the order is given to commence combat against the 4 unseen adversaries. Barefoot in the sand, nobody makes a sound. Would you like to step to the left or to the right?
Mm. Well, it feels like a 50-50, if I'm honest.
It does, doesn't it? I have no idea if it's a good idea.
Definitely a setup, Eddie. Left or right?
There's a part of me that says,
Whoa.
if I was in that position, I would use Disney logic and go left because most people go right. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And it does follow scouting rules, as Sparrow rightly points
Yes,
out.
scouting rules is probably the way to go. Yes. Always remember Benny Ironseed.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, then let's go left.
Left it is.
297. Scouting rules apply. If this turns out to be bad, I'm blaming Luke.
Good, yeah. That's the beauty of it, is if it turns out wrong, then it's Luke's fault.
You step slowly to your left, straining your ears for the sound of movement. Suddenly, there is an agonized cry and a dull thud as a body falls to the ground not far in front of you. Do you wish to step further to your left or stand your ground and swing the ball and chain around?
Well, at least it was far enough in front of us that it wasn't us.
So if scouting rules applied last time...
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you know what they say, if it's funny once, it's funny every time.
So I hear, yes.
I'm so tempted to just say, let's keep moving left and not give away our position or anything.
That is the benefit of not swinging, I suppose. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we will step further to the left. 368. You walk slowly on and then stop to listen again. You hear nothing and decide to walk in the opposite direction. Test your luck. I think it's your turn.
Oh no.
Test your luck. So this is going to cost you a luck point, whether you're unlucky or not.
My luck is terrible. 2D under?
Yep, 2D, it's under is success, equal or higher is a fail, and it costs you a luck either way.
Okay. Oh, that's a 4 against my luck of 6. Which
Fantastic.
Is
okay.
Was worrying for a long time.
So if you are lucky, turn to 166.
So my luck is now 5. Assuming I'm not dead.
Yes, assuming lucky day, you're dead.
You never know.
Indeed. Unknown to you, there is a body lying in the sand directly in your path, and you're fortunate not to trip over as you pass by. You decide to stand still for a moment and listen. You hear the whooshing sound of a ball and chain being whisked through the air directly in front of you. Will you stand your ground and swing your own ball and chain, step back, or lie down in the sand and trip up the person who is advancing? I feel we know the answer isn't number 3. That seemed so tremendously clever the first time we saw it, and I'm pretty
It
sure
did.
that's how we ended up very, very dead.
I think you're right. So do we? No, was it this one or was it? Wasn't there a hail? No, the hail of arrows was what actually killed us.
That's right. But and
Mm.
I think it was trying to be smart by lying down on the sand and trying to trip people rather than stand up.
Yeah, yeah,
And it
yeah.
is
I'd
clearly the
assumed.
right move. I mean, let's be clear about this. This is the way to go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's the way to go.
I mean, we got lucky and we didn't trip over a body that was lying there anyway. So I'm not sure whether that body was trying to do that or not. But
Well,
I just
we
not.
don't know if that body was full of arrows.
No, exactly.
Right.
So,
So do we
attack or
stand our
retreat? Is
ground or
that the?
step back?
Hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
There's a little part of me that basically says this is the step where if you try and be too cowardly, you die. So let's try and be as bold as we can. Stand our ground and attack.
Now is the time. Is that what you're? Is that what you're thinking? Okay.
Yeah. So stand ground and swing weapons and swing our own ball and chain.
Yeah. Let's do it.
It feels like that's the way to go. Could be
Yeah,
wrong,
I'm
but it
sold.
feels right. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
183.
Yeah.
Test your luck. Okay, my turn. My luck is 9. This can only end brilliantly. 10. Okay. That's
That's more than 9.
That could be that. Yes. You see how we did that without even having a maths teacher?
Oh yeah, I know.
Because we often do.
What does Luke even offer?
What does he bring to the table?
I don't know.
Okay, that's cost me a luck point, but it could be worse. We're about to find out. Unlucky, turn to 387.
It was close. It was very close.
It was. Your opponent's spiked ball finds its mark, the side of your head. You drop to the ground senseless and never move again.
I thought it was going to.
Your ordeal in the arena is over.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's so brutal.
I thought it was going to say something about finding its mark and then actually it being our shield. But, it's just lulling us into a little bit of a.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Wow. Thanks, Burrow. Thanks for the time. 51 isn't drastic. We've had worse.
So we literally lasted like exactly the same amount of time as if we died of cowardice.
Through a different option.
I'm guessing if you get lucky there, you actually land your hit and knock someone out. But oh, that was brutal. Yep. Yes, I mean the only difference between that and the hail of arrows thing is that we were standing in exactly the same spot, standing our ground. Only this time we died upright rather than lying down.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really tough. Oh boy. Okay, Trial of Champions. I feel We're going to have another go at this one the next time we do one of these.
It feels like it's becoming a bit of a white whale. I mean, they all are really white whales, aren't they? We're surrounded by white whales, but this one in particular.
Yeah, this one seems
that
particularly
moment in
brutal.
time in the book. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the creature of havoc, you fell off a bridge or down a hole or something, didn't you?
Mm.
But I was already dead by then, so.
Yeah.
But yes, the arena is brutal, and bear in mind, I mean, you do have to give credit to our opponent there, because with one swing of his ball and chain, he managed to brain both of us.
Oh yeah, that's a very good point. Quite impressive.
So you've got to give credit where it's due, I feel.
Yeah.
Right.
Much more impressive than two of us getting shot by many people with bows and arrows who can also see what they're doing.
Yeah, and I mean, we're literally in an arena and they're on the stands around it. It's not a long shot with a bow and arrow, is it?
No.
Yeah, that was a really easy takedown for the archers. This guy's at least, playing the game.
Yeah. True. It's hard to begrudge them.
I don't know. I can begrudge them a bit.
Maybe.
A little bit, yeah.
But it's difficult.
Still, I think, I'm afraid that is the end of our adventure for tonight. Many apologies for it ending so abruptly. But we will have another go at this one. I think the next time we are streaming is Friday, and I think it's a traveller night, if I remember correctly. I don't think we have any other plans for next Friday. You're around next weekend, aren't you, Ewan?
I am indeed.
Good.
I am indeed.
Then we will plan for that. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm sorry it was such an abbreviated adventure, but yes, we did not actually make it to the Trial of Champions. We died in the prologue. We are a footnote in history, and fundamentally, it turns out we rolled a couple of NPCs. Who knew?
Yeah.
But
we didn't remember Benny Ironseed, apparently.
No, we did not remember Benny Ironseed at all.
Next time.
Next time we will never forget Benny Ironseed. All right. Thank you very much to everybody. Thank you, Ewan. It's been a pleasure as always.
Indeed.
And good night.
Good night.